How's it going, YouTube? Today I got another Twosun. Buying a lot of Twosons lately. This is the Twosun TS279. It's not a new knife. It's one of the knives I've wanted for a while. It's just been out of stock, and Twosun finally made another run of it. You got this diamond textured titanium, and it's very smooth. It's grippy but smooth. The only knife I have, the other knife with diamond texture, is the Kunru Pulsar, and it's much more aggressive. I think this feels better, honestly. Let's check out the blade. Check that out. Isn't that a unique blade shape? Still got fingerprints and smudge on it. It's got a 3.75 inch 14C 28N blade with a satin finish, or what I'd like to call a fingerprint magnet finish. I'd call this a Warncliffe, maybe sheep's foot, but I'm gonna call it Warncliffe. It's got a recurve on it right through here. It's not straight. Yeah. This is a Night Morning design. It's his logo. And they do their satin finishes way different. It's kind of a harsh finish, but it doesn't really help with the fingerprints. I don't know. All their 14C I've gotten lately has been like that. It's hard to get on camera. And this isn't a small knife either. Measures in at 8.4 inches. And these run anywhere from $70 to $130 depending on what color you get and where you buy it at. Which is a great deal for this. You get a full size titanium knife, 14C 28N. This knife feels more premium than it really is. Great action. Just drops. You can thumb flick it or reverse flick it. It's frame lock. We'll talk more about the pocket clip in a minute. You got a nearly full length back spacer with jimping. Let's do some size comparisons. Not sure when this knife actually came out. I'm sure it's been a couple years. Here's the Twosun TS380. And a newer Twosun, the TS408. I'd say it's in between these two. I don't know, yeah. It's about the same size as the 408, just a little bit bigger than the 380. Yeah, 380. Spyderco PM2. And another new knife, Petrified Fish Viking. It's about the same size as the Viking and a little bit bigger than the Spyderco, which is a full-size knife as well. This is the sharpest Twosun I've gotten out of box. Yeah, I got an 85 on the best tester. Best sharpness tester. Yeah. Let's go over some more specs. Blade stock on this is 3.5 millimeters or 0.137 inches. The handle width is 0.49 inches. The closed length in the pocket is about 4.6 inches, and the handle width going this way is about 3/4 of an inch, and it's very slim in the pocket too. Didn't measure this. About 1.5 inches from top to bottom this way. So fits in the pocket very well. You got a great blade to handle ratio. It's almost too long. If you really try, you can touch the tip. All the hardware is T8. Still, the screws are still T8, except for the lock bar insert. It's T6. You got one screw for the pocket clip. And weighs 4.05 ounces. This thing has of course it has the ceramic ball bearings, but it also has a bearing racetrack, like a washer with a groove in it for the bearings to ride on, like a lot of Twosuns do. And it also has a detent ramp. It's hard to see. It just makes it close and open a little bit easier. This thing really does feel like a $200-300 knife. Very nice. It's definitely going to stay in my collection. Let's go over the few negatives of this knife. I wish the lock bar cutout was on the inside because it's right under the pocket clip, which doesn't help anything. Doesn't come with a sharpening tool really. The plunge ends right at the edge. You might be able to sharpen it once before it widens up in the back. And the biggest complaint on this guy is the pocket clip. There's not a lot of room underneath it for one, and there's not much of a I don't know what I'm trying to say, like a ramp. There's not much of a ramp to go under your pocket, so you gotta fight a little bit to get it in your pocket. It's very stiff too, sharp. I mean, it looks okay, I guess. It's just not very functional, and it's not deep carry either. About right. That much is sticking out, which is okay if it was easy to get in and out, but it's not. So yeah, I've already talked about this knife way too long. I'll link it down below if I can find one. And subscribe if you haven't already. Just made it to 1,000, and who knows how far I'll go next. Thanks.